Okay, y'all, so it's day one of a 3-day water fast, and I wanted to give you an update, a real life, real time update. Um, and so a little backstory. I was watching a video yesterday, and the girl just said, like, it's time to do a 3-day fast, right? And so that'd be considered calling you to a fast, right? And so it's always hard for me when someone calls me to something for me to say no. Um, it's interesting because the old me uh, used to get FOMO for like parties and social events, and now you couldn't drag me to one. When it's something spiritual, it's really hard for me to say no because I have FOMO. I don't want to miss out. And so when she said it's time to do a 3-day fast, I'm like, oh, dang, I can't say no. And it was like 2 p.m. or 2 p.m. had been the last time I'd eaten. And my first thought was, well, you can just eat dinner and start tomorrow. And then I thought about it and I was like, but that's just delaying. Like, that's just pushing it off. And that just means that it's even longer than that I'm going to have to go. And so I was like, just start now. Just start now. So I immediately just flipped the switch and was like, okay, we're going to do the fast. And so just drinking water the rest of the day, which wasn't too hard. You just go to bed. But today I have been in so much pain, like my brain, my head. I think it feels like withdrawals. I think I'm detoxing from all the caffeine that I normally drink, but it's brutal. Like, it is painful, like agonizing. But I just keep telling myself, like, get over it. Like, you'll get through it. I mean, this is not my first water fast. I've done it before. But just realizing, like, I have the choice, because I definitely have the voices in my head. I'll say that too. Like, there was a few times today that I was like, well, I mean, you made it 24 hours. Like, that's good enough. Like, you did one day, and like, just be proud of yourself. And I thought, no, why stop? You almost just say, like, one more step, like one more hour, one more hour. And then now it's, almost time to go to bed, and I'll wake up, and tomorrow I'll have 2 days down, and so I'll almost be there, right? But just, showing you guys that this is real. Like, it hurts, and you do have the voices that tell you to quit, and you do have to really bear through it sometimes. I remember the last time I did it was like by day 3, I was lit, like I was glowing, and I felt so good. But there's something about getting started, and just the wrestling through it. But anyway, I think about the Esther fast, or that's what the 3-day water fast is the Esther fast, and how she called a fast because she had a big decision to make, and she needed to, have the Lord move in a big way. And so she drank water for 3 days, called Israel to drink water for 3 days. But how it's scientifically proven that when we fast for 72 hours, our body does like a full reset. Like, something about our cell regeneration, and just how, I don't know, it's like really good for you. And when I saw that, I thought, there's no way that they just said 72 hours. Like, first of all, because it's obnoxious. Like, I get that we do it biblically, but I couldn't believe that science matched and said, yeah, if you just donate for 72 hours, like, that's really good for you. And it's like, who says that? Who does that? But to see that it was 72 hours, they said, is like when your body starts to, like, it's something about like increases multiplication of cell, like something, and it has to hit that mark. And so I just thought, this is just too cool. Like, how the Lord just knows what he's doing. And we sit here fussy because we want our food and we want our comfort. And we just think, why would I ever put myself through something like that? And like almost tell ourselves it's impossible, but it's not impossible. So anyway, I'm also just excited because today has been super productive in the weirdest way. Like, again, my head has hurt, but there's something about when you can't think about food and you can't distract yourself when you're stressed, when you're bored, you can't, eat. You really have to just sit through your discomfort, sit through the stress, sit through whatever it is you're trying to avoid and run from, and you end up getting to the other side. It's so cool. Like when you don't run from it and you actually just sit through it, you push through somehow. And so it's really cool to just experience that and to learn that for yourself. So, anyway, I love you guys, and I will give you an update on tomorrow. Good night.